CJ here. Welcome to CJ's Health and Fitness. Another important aspect to health and fitness is stretching. The routine I do, I call 20-second stretches. Let's get into it. I try to do these 2 to 3 times a week. Number one is a warm-up. I usually do them after my workout, so I'm already warmed up. But if you don't do them, after your workout and you're not warmed up in the day, don't do it on cold muscles because you could hurt yourself. So I do like 20 toe touches and some arm movements to warm up a little bit. Then I go on to toe touches, calf stretch, a thigh stretch, a groin stretch, a hip stretch, a squat stretch, and a shoulder stretch for 90 degree and 70 degrees. And also, as a note, there's a such thing as a good pain and a bad pain. Let's talk about that for a second. A good pain, in my opinion, is like you worked out the day before or a couple days ago and your muscles just sore. That's okay to stretch with something like that. Just ease into the stretch. Don't push it too hard. A bad pain is a pain that didn't come from an exercise, or it's an injury or arthritis in your hips, your shoulders. If you're feeling pain when you're doing a stretch, I wouldn't do it. I don't suggest it. I have some couple of pains and there's a couple of movements that I don't do, and we'll discuss that as we get into the stretches. So let's get started. All right, guys, first thing we want to do is a warm-up. I'm going to just give you an example of what I do for a warm-up if I don't do them right after my exercises. So what we want to do is just like toe touches. So do like 20 toe touches, just nice and easy. And then maybe some arm raises out to the side, up in front of you. Just loosen up them shoulders a little bit. Some leg raises. Do like 20 of those. Some calf raises. Do 20 of those. Just do a few movements and exercises to warm up your muscles. Now let's get started on the next stretch. Number 2 on the list is toe touches or a toe stretch. So let me demonstrate that. Keep your legs somewhat straight. I don't keep them all the way straight and locked in. I keep them bent just a little bit. Keep my feet shoulder width apart and just slowly bend down and reach towards your toes. I don't reach all the way to my toes right away. I just slowly keep moving towards my toes. You should feel a pull in the back of your hamstrings and in your lower back. And then we just want to count to 20 once we reach down towards the toes. That's why they're called 20-second stretches. And then as you come up, just ease back up after 20 seconds. Let's get into our next stretch. Our next stretch is a calf stretch. So we want to push against the wall, put one foot forward and the other foot back. And the goal is to push the heel towards the floor on that back foot. So plant this foot, base it, push against the wall like you're trying to push the wall over, and then push back on that calf. And you should feel a stretch in that calf, and then count to 20. Then after you're done with that leg, put the other leg forward and scoot the other leg back. The goal is to not touch your heel on the floor. You want to almost touch it, but you want to push it towards the floor so you feel that stretch in that calf. Count to 20 after 20 seconds, and then release, and it's on to the next stretch. The next stretch is a thigh stretch, number 4. I use the side of the bed to do that stretch. And what I do is kick my leg up on the edge of the bed. And then all I do is kind of sit down into my leg. And I try to touch my butt on the back of my foot heel. And then I count to 20. You should feel a stretch in the front of your thigh. Then after you're done counting to 20, release that one and go to the left one. And again, feel it in the thigh. You should feel it stretch. Count to 20, release, and on to number 5. Stretch number 5 is a groin stretch. I use the steps to help me do that stretch. I stand at the edge of the steps, kick my leg up on the step. I try to create like a 90-degree angle here with my legs, as you can see. Keep this leg straight, keep this leg straight. I bend the knee a little bit. And then as I slowly bend this knee down, I can feel a pull in my crotch area, and that's the area we want to stretch. So let's stretch that groin, count to 20. Then after you're done counting the 20 on that side, Bend the leg straight up to release the pressure here. Kick that leg down and go to the other side. Kick that other leg up. Create the 90 here on the back side. Keep this leg straight. Bend this knee slightly. You should feel a pull in the groin area here. And then count to 20. And after you count to 20, lift up this leg and remove the leg off the step. And on to the next one. The next stretch is a hip stretch, number 6. I use the stairs again for that one. And what I do is sit on the steps with my legs perpendicular flat right here. And then I just kick your leg up on like you're sitting cross-legged. And then as I'm sitting here, I can already feel it pull through my hip pretty good. And if you don't feel a pull, all you got to do is just push down on this knee. I hold my hand on this foot, hold this foot up, and push down on this knee. As I do that, I can feel the pull through my hip. So I do that and count to 20. After you're done counting to 20, release that leg off of there, and then put the other leg up. I'm not going to put my other leg up because when we talked earlier about good pain and bad pain, I have some discomfort, pain in my right hip, so I'm not going to do that stretch today. So if you have a bad pain, don't do the stretch. It's like I can't even get my leg up there. So we're going to skip that stretch for me today. But if you don't have pain in that hip, go ahead and throw that leg up there and count to 20, and let's get on to the next stretch. The next stretch we're going to do is I call it a squat stretch, number 7. I use the end of my bed for that. What I do is stand at the end of the bed, facing the bed, keep my feet shoulder width apart. I kind of angle my toes out just slightly, and then I squat down. I want to stay flat on my feet, and I try to touch my butt to the back of my legs. I hold on to the bed to keep me from falling over because I'm not completely flexible, so I may fall over. So I hold on to the edge of the bed, push my butt towards the floor, and count to 20. And after you're done counting to 20, just go ahead and slowly raise up, possibly using the bed to help you get up. And it's on to the last one. The last stretch for the day is a shoulder stretch, and I do it at 90 degrees and 70 degrees. I use my bathroom to help me do that one. Just the wall works out for me right here. So I stand in front of the wall that I'm doing up against, and I raise my arm straight up in the air and hold it straight in front of me. And what I want to do is walk towards the wall, move myself towards the wall, and I should feel that my shoulder stretch, and I can feel it pulling right here. So I want to stand up against the wall and kind of push against the wall with my arm, and then I'll feel the stretch. Count to 20, and after you're done with that, slowly move your arm down. And now we want to go to 70 degrees. This was 90 degrees, the wall's right in front of me, so I'm just going to sidestep to the left a little bit. I'm working on my right arm, and this gives me a different angle. So I still put my right arm on the same wall at a 70-degree angle, and I step towards the wall and push my arm up the wall, and I can feel it stretch in a different area of my shoulder. So I do that, count to 20, then after 20 count, release it and let your arm back down. And then what we're going to do is move to the other arm, go to the left arm. Again, straight up in front of you, walk towards the wall, and you should feel the pull in your shoulder. We're working on our left shoulder. After a 20 count, lower it back down. We want to take one step to the right to give us a 70-degree angle here. And again, step towards the wall, push your arm up the wall, and feel the stretch. You can feel the stretch in a different part of your shoulder. Count to 20, then after a 20 count, back away. And that concludes our stretching for the day. Stretching and flexibility is very important to your health and fitness journey. And the stretches I showed you today, I try to do 2 to 3 times a week and requires no equipment, only a few pieces of furniture, and maybe some stairs. If you haven't started your health and fitness journey, I hope you start today. Everyone have a great day. CJ out.